Hello everyone. And before you scroll away, imagine this for a second: endless fields stretching to the horizon, hiding something beneath the soil. Not gold, not oil, but billions of potatoes. Simple, ordinary potatoes, or at least that's what it looks like. Because in reality, these humble spuds are about to go through a transformation so massive, so precise, that it turns them into one of the most addictive foods on the planet: French fries. But here's the twist. This story didn't even begin in America. French fries were actually born in Belgium centuries ago, quietly frying in local kitchens since the 1600s. Yet somehow it was the United States that turned them into a global obsession. Today, the US produces a mind-blowing 8.6 million tons of frozen fries every single year. Think about that number for a moment. That's not just food. That's an industrial empire built on potatoes. So what really happens between the farm and that crispy fry on your plate? That's exactly what we're about to uncover. Because once these potatoes reach a modern factory, everything changes. Machines take over. Precision takes over. And what follows is a process so controlled, it almost feels unreal. This isn't just food production. It's a high-speed transformation happening every second. And trust me, you've never seen potatoes like this before. Now let's go deeper. Ever wondered what actually happens the moment a potato enters the factory? This is where things start getting intense. Freshly harvested potatoes arrive covered in dirt because, well, they've been buried underground their entire lives. But within seconds, they're thrown into a powerful washing system where high-pressure water blasts away every trace of soil. It's not gentle. It's aggressive, fast, and completely automated. And just when you think they're clean enough, the next stage begins. Steam peeling. Imagine standing in a chamber filled with high-pressure steam so intense that it literally forces the skin off the potatoes. Within moments, mechanical rollers step in, scrubbing away the loosened peels and revealing smooth, perfectly clean potatoes underneath. It's fast, brutal, and incredibly efficient. But this is where the real transformation begins. The peeled potatoes are pushed into high-speed cutting machines, equipped with razor-sharp blades spinning at insane speeds. These machines don't just cut. They define the shape of every fry you've ever eaten. Thin, thick, crinkle, curly. Every style is engineered here with precision. Thousands of potatoes sliced every hour. All identical. No randomness. No mistakes. Now here's something most people don't realize. Fries don't naturally turn golden. That perfect color is controlled. This is where blanching comes in. The freshly cut fries are dipped into hot water to remove excess sugars and starch. Without this step, they would burn too quickly or turn dark and unappetizing. After this quick bath, they move through a drying tunnel where every drop of surface moisture is removed. And then comes the moment everyone is waiting for: frying. The fries are dropped into hot oil, but not for long. Just enough to partially cook them and create that first layer of crispiness. But here's the surprising part. They're still not ready to eat. Not even close. Because immediately after frying, they are flash frozen at extremely low temperatures. This step locks in their texture, flavor, and structure. It's the reason your fries stay crispy on the outside and soft on the inside when cooked later. Without this step, the entire system would fail. After freezing, the fries move through sorting systems where even the smallest imperfections are detected. Any odd shapes or defects, removed instantly. Only the perfect fries make it through. Then they are packaged into those familiar bags you see in stores, ready to travel across the world. From there, they begin their final journey to restaurants, kitchens, and ultimately, your plate. And just like that, something that started as a simple potato buried in the soil becomes one of the most loved foods on earth. But here's the real question. After seeing all this, is it still just a potato just when you think the process is over? It isn't. Because even after shaping and drying, the pasta is still carrying hidden heat inside it. And that heat can quietly ruin everything. So before anything else happens, the pasta enters a crucial stage: cooling. At first, it might seem like a simple step, but it's far more important than it looks. As the freshly dried pasta exits the chamber, it is still hot enough to cause shrinkage or even deform its perfect shape. That's where a carefully controlled cooling system takes over. Large open spaces filled with powerful fans and air conditioning systems gently bring the temperature down. Every strand, every piece is cooled evenly, locking in its structure, its texture, and its quality. One mistake here, and the entire batch could lose its perfection. Once stabilized, the pasta moves forward, but only after passing strict quality checks. And this is where speed meets precision. Fully automated packaging systems take control, sealing each portion into perfectly measured packs. Sharp cutting blades move with incredible accuracy, separating each pack without sticking or damage. What started as simple wheat is now a refined, high-quality product, ready to travel across the world. And when you step back and look at it, the journey is almost unbelievable. From massive silo towers storing millions of pounds of grain, to grinding, mixing, shaping, drying, cooling, and packaging. Every stage is controlled with extreme precision. Billions of pasta strands are produced daily, each one designed to deliver that perfect chewy texture and absorb flavor exactly the way it should. But just when you think that's the end, another surprise is waiting. Because there's one more process that takes things to a completely different level: macaroni production. And trust me, this one is just as fascinating. As the macaroni flows into the packaging stage, machines operate at an astonishing capacity, over 10,000 pounds per hour. Everything is sealed, packed, and prepared within moments. No dilas, no errors, just pure efficiency. And now, the story shifts again. This time to something even more irresistible: pizza. The journey of wheat doesn't end in pasta factories. It continues into pizza production plants, where simple ingredients, flour, water, yeast, and olive oil, are transformed into something people crave worldwide. Inside massive mixing tanks, these ingredients are blended into smooth dough. Robotic arms then step in, kneading it with perfect consistency, something human hands could never achieve at this scale. From there, the dough moves into rolling systems where it is flattened into evenly shaped sheets. Precision cutters shape them into perfect circular crusts. No variación, no imperfección. Every crust identical. Then comes the moment where flavor begins to build. As the crusts move along conveyor belts, they pass through automated sauce systems. Precisely programmed nozzles spread a layer of rich tomato sauce. Balanced, even, and consistent every single time. Next, cheese is added. Soft, creamy strands fall perfectly across each base. And then robotic arms take over again, placing toppings with surgical precision. Pepperoni, mushrooms, olives, bell peppers, each ingredient positioned to create not just taste, but visual perfection. But here's where things get interesting. Some pizzas are frozen immediately, locked in time so they can be cooked later at home. Others take a different path. They move directly into industrial ovens, where temperatures reach between 570 to 850 degrees. Inside, something magical happens. The crust turns golden. The cheese melts and blends with the toppings. In just minutes, a raw product becomes something irresistible. And just when you think you've seen it all, the story shifts again. Sweet potatoes. At first glance, they seem simple, but their journey begins long before harvest. Farmers prepare the soil carefully, creating perfect conditions for growth. Special machines plant cuttings with precision, ensuring each plant has the space it needs. Months later, when the leaves begin to fade, it signals something important. The nutrients have moved underground. The sweet potatoes